Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Open Mic Night live at the ZoomBarDC. We've got an amazing show for you tonight. We've got Jeremy Schuhmann and his band. We've got Joseph Stegner, Bill Sherman, Scott Kaplowitz, Arlene Grant, and more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And Bill Sherman's going to kick us off.
Thanks, Marie-Louise. Hi, everybody. It's the Christmas season. So I'm going to do a couple Christmas songs, one with guitar and one sans guitar. In other words, a cappella. So the first tune, I'm sure we all know. Well, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, he's making a list, he's checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town, the Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake. You better be good for goodness sake. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake. You better be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Woo!
Nice. Thank you.
Very good. Was that inspired by the Bruce Springsteen arrangement?
Yes, it was. Yes, definitely. I only made a few little small changes. Otherwise, basically the same groove, same rhythm. And Santa Claus is coming to town. So the next thing I'd like to do is a Christmas song. And I've done it before with guitar, but there's a lot of key changes in it, and it just never really worked out well for me. But I know it works out well when it's just me vocally, so I'm going to do it a cappella. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe helps to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeers really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Beautiful. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Scott, you're ready to go next?
I am ready. So one of my songs, Bill, is that, so we're gonna get another version of it. I was like, oh no, Bill's gonna do chestnuts. I hope you're okay with that. Okay, but first...
Yes, please do it again. It's a great song.
It's a great song. I hope you're okay that I did it also.
More than okay. First, I'm gonna do, this is not my song, I wish it was. This is a sadder Christmas song that I can't remember if I've played at this open mic before or not. Called Snow by Sleeping at Last. We're gonna see if I have these high notes right now. I don't know if I do. If I don't, I'll switch to a different song. The branches have traded their leaves for white sleeves. Unwarm-blooded creatures make ghosts as they breathe. Scarves are wrapped tightly like gifts under trees. Christmas lights tangle in knots annually. Our families huddle closely, bedding warmth against the cold. But our bruises seem to surface like mud beneath the snow. So we sing carols softly, as sweet as we know, a prayer that our burdens will lift as we go, like young love still waiting under mistletoe. We'll welcome December with tireless snow. So let the bells keep on ringing, making angels in the snow. May the melody disarm us when the cracks begin to show. Like the petals in our pockets, may we remember who we are, unconditionally cared for by those who share our broken hearts. The table is set and all glasses are full. Though pieces go missing, we still remain whole. We'll build new traditions in place of the old. 'Cause life without revision will silence our souls. So let the bells keep on ringing, making angels in the snow. And may the melody disarm us when the cracks begin to show. like the petals in our pockets, that we remember who we are. Unconditionally cared for are those who share our broken hearts. As gentle as feathers, the snow piles high. Our world gets rewritten and retraced every time. Like fresh paints and clean slates, our future is white. New Year's resolutions are reset tonight.
Yay, Scott!
And now we're gonna do the happy song. Yeah, this is Chestnuts. Everyone knows this song. We're gonna start that again. What? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping. I'm gonna start that again because I fucked up some chords. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir of folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows some turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes on aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loading lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna smile to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Really nicely done, Scott. Nicely done.
And to everyone else celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah as well. Happy Kwanzaa, Festivus, everything else.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Thanks, Scott. That was beautiful. Okay. Jeremy, do you guys want to go next?
Okay, I got it. Yes, we're interested in going. So, yeah, I'm way back here. You're used to seeing me a big face on the screen, but I'm back here in the corner of the basement, and across from me is Mike Holmes on bass, and we go to the same Unitarian congregation in Rockville, and we've played music together there quite a bit together, and over on drums is Barry Edelberg from across the street. He's my neighbor, and I discovered that he played drums and recruited him for our jam sessions. And so we're going to do a couple of songs. First one is a Ryan Adams Whiskey Town tune that Barry picked, and he's going to sing lead on. And it's called 16 Days. Want to count it off? Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Got 16 days, one for every time I've gone away, one for every time I should have stayed, should have worn my wedding ring. Got 16 days, 15 of those are nights, can't sleep when the bedsheet fights, it's way back to your side. Ghost has got me running. The ghost has got me running away from you, away from you, away. Ghost has got me running. The ghost has got me running away from you, away from you, away. Got 16 days, got a Bible and a rosary. God, I wish that you were close to me. Guess I owe you an apology. Got 16 days, 15 of those are nights. Can't sleep when the bedsheet fights. It's way back to your side. The ghost has got me running. The ghost has got me running away from you, away from you, away. The ghost has got me running. The ghost has got me running. The ghost has got me running. The ghost has got me running away from you, away from you, away. Oh, tin cups and little paper dolls, all wrapped up in women's bows and hearts. Oh, tin cups and little paper dolls, all wrapped up in the ribbons of your heart. Got 16 days, one for every time I've gone away, one for every time I should have stayed, should have
my wedding ring. I got 16 days, 16 days. I got 16 days. It's like before I hang.
Hey, nicely put together. Nicely put together.
Thank you.
Hey, Jeremy, I've got to ask a question.
Uh-huh.
Who's the Eagles fan?
Who's the Eagles fan?
Yeah, isn't that like
The Eagles, not the band, the football team.
no
on
the football
blanket
team?
behind you.
Football team.
My son, actually. My
Oh.
son, Cal.
Right, go Eagles. Yeah.
So who did that song? Who wrote the song you just played?
Ryan Adams wrote the song. Whiskey Town performed it. Ryan Adams was in Whiskey Town. It's Ryan Adams, not Brian Adams. Very easily confused.
Ah, thank you.
I want to make one brief comment. Whiskey Town is so phenomenal a group. They're not paid as much attention as they should be, and anything they've done is great.
True, quite true.
Yeah, Barry turned me on to them recently, and so he gets all the credit, including that one. So now we're going to do a John Hyatt tune. Can you knock my reverb down a little bit by turning down like is it Aux Send 1 or something like that on my channel? Check. Okay, this one is by John Hyatt, and it's written from the point of view of a songwriter, which is what John Hyatt is, right? Anyway, it's a songwriter who likes to write R&B tunes, but is living in Nashville, and he's stuck there in Nashville, and he's sick of having to wear cowboy boots and that kind of stuff, and he wants to go to Memphis. So this is called Memphis in the Meantime. 2, 3. I'm gonna do the little intro. I got something to say, little girl. You might not like my style. We've been hanging around this town just a little too long a while. They say you're gonna get your act together, gonna take it out on the road. I don't get out of here pretty soon, my head going to explode. I like country music, I like mandolin, but right now I need a Telecaster through a Bible Lux turned up to 10. Memphis in the meantime, sugar. Memphis in the meantime, girl. Need a little bit of this rhythm, babe, mixed up with these country blues. I'm gonna trade in these old cowboy boots for some fine Italian shoes. Forget the mousse and the hairspray, sugar, you don't need none of that. Just a little dab will do you, girl, underneath the pork pie hat. Until hell freezes over, you can wait that long, but I don't think Ronnie Millsap's ever gonna record my song. Memphis in the meantime, sugar. Memphis in the meantime, girl. Let's go to Memphis in the meantime, baby. Memphis in the meantime, girl. Maybe there's something happening there. If we can get off of the beat, little girl, maybe we can find the groove. At least we can get ourselves a decent meal down at the rendezvous. There's one more heartfelt steel guitar chord, girl, it's gonna do me in. Seen some trumpets and saxophones that sound as sweet as sin. After we get good and greasy, we can go back home and put the car horns back on the Cadillac, change the message on the code-phone. Memphis in the meantime, sugar. Let's go to Memphis in the meantime, girl. Let's go to Memphis in the meantime, honey. Let's go to Memphis in the meantime, girl. Let's go to Memphis. Let's go to Memphis. Let's go to Memphis. Let's go to Memphis. Let's go to Memphis.
Really
That's
good.
it.
Woo!
Yeah, I like the groove that the drums were in with the snare and the two tom-toms. That was cool.
Are
Thank
you
you.
planning any gigs in the DC area soon?
No,
Anyway, but it was
not yet, not yet.
it was very good, and you have exquisite taste in picking these songwriters who aren't as well known as some other people. And John Hyatt, just tell you two things. One of his debut albums, Bring the Family, is unbelievable. Also has amazing cover songs.
Yep.
He used to play at the Birchmere and Singer at the Round with Lyle Lovett and Rodney Crowell. And if you had $100, you could go see them live, and three of them swapping songs. I didn't have $100, so I didn't go.
I don't have
Holy
$100.
mackerel.
Well, he's very much loved in the Washington area, and that lots of people have covered his stuff. Like I remember going to see a Mike Cotter band. He always had a good band, and he would do that song, and that's kind of where I learned it from.
And Bonnie Raitt did Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Yep.
Great. Thanks. Thanks,
Okay,
Jeremy. That was,
thank you.
Thank you.
that was totally awesome. And if you want to do another song in a little while before we end, that would be great.
Okay, we'll stick around. We'll stick around till the end, maybe, and yeah, sure. Okay.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Tom, do you want to go next? Oh, you're on mute.
Thank you.
You hear
Hi,
me?
Tom.
There, yeah, we can hear you. Merry Christmas, Tom.
Focus is off, but this is a Santa Claus that I just won, filled with chocolates.
Oh, wow. Very
Yeah,
nice.
I think the chocolates may be liquor flavored because he's going in and out of focus. So my son lives in Falls Church, and there's a bar near his home that I think is a very popular place for musicians. I don't remember the name of it. It's on, is there a bar in Falls Church?
Yeah,
You just said it, I'd recognize it.
it's the initials. What are the initials, Jeremy?
JVs?
Yeah, thank you, JVs. Yeah.
That may be it. Anyway, I'll find out the name and ask you next time. So this is a story about Christmas Eve in the year of our Lord, 1952. I was 8, my brother was 4, and my parents were of indefinite age. And we were having breakfast in the kitchen, anticipating the day because it was Saturday, Christmas Eve, and we were going to trim the tree later that afternoon. Of course, there's nothing more exciting than trimming the tree on Christmas Eve before Santa. And I went down. Our house was old and used to have a coal room in the basement. That was what was standard, maybe more so in houses in the East, where you would store cold and coal until you needed it for the central heating. But in Minnesota, we were always sort of leaping the advanced edge. So we had bunkers of oil that were brought in once a year to heat. But anyway, the coal room had been emptied of coal, and it's where we stored things that were only used once a year, like the American flag for the 4th of July, and where all of the Christmas ornaments were kept. And we had some great ones. I mean, I don't mean curry or knives. I mean, we had the actual veil that Mary wore to hide herself from the paparazzi after the nativity, so they could get out of Bethlehem unnoticed.
Totally amazing.
We had one of Jesus' actual deities that had been cleaned up and was blessed. It's true, stop laughing. That the Mayo Clinic used to borrow it from us from time to time and wave it over very sick people who were all healed and could go home in time for Christmas. So we had a special kind of basement. And I went down to check to make sure all the Christmas ornaments were there. And I looked behind, and there was a big paper sack. It said Montgomery Wards. I thought, oh, I should also mention my grandmother was born at about the same time Lincoln died. She was 90 years old. So I think we may have had some ornaments that dated back to bunting on the president's coffin. Anyway, I noticed this package from Monkey Wards, and I went over. If you're not familiar with it, Wards was the Walmart of the 18th century. I walked over and looked in, and there were all kinds of presents that had my brother's and my name that looked like it was in my parents' handwriting. Oh God, no, this can't be. There's no Santa Claus. Well, what happens when you suddenly are enlightened? You want to share it with people like your little brother, right? So I figured he should be informed of this. So I went upstairs and I called him over and I said, Tim, you'll never come with me. We went down to the coal room and I displayed Monkey Wards. And I said, it's worse than I thought. There's no Santa. And he said, what are you talking about? He's 4 years old. Santa happens to write like our parents. It's a coincidence. And that was how he took it for about a minute. Then he realized that his older, wiser brother may be right. So he went upstairs and he told our parents that I had shared with them my newfound wisdom. Well, you can just imagine how delighted the parents were to find out that I had just destroyed the life of a bright 4-year-old who automatically assumed that there was also no tooth fairy and no Easter rabbit. And my parents glanced at me with a very un-Christmas-like look. Well, the day went on. We brought up all the trimmings. We trimmed the tree. 6 o'clock, we were sitting down for the traditional oyster stew. I don't know where in God's name my parents ever picked that up as a Christmas treat. It was the only thing that made Christmas not worth looking forward to. Oyster stew. So we were eating dinner in the kitchen. Grandma was gumming hers. And there was a knock at the front door. And usually my parents wouldn't let me answer the door after dark. But on this night, they insisted to the door. So I went to the door. Guess who was standing in the door?
It was Santa.
In full regalia, there was Santa Claus, filling the door frame, a big man. And my jaw dropped to the floor. My little brother had the innocence that he'd had before 9 o'clock that morning. And he walked into the hall, walked over and touched Santa's leg, and then looked up at me with a look like, huh, last time I believe you. And Santa was the real Santa. I mean, there's no question in his mind or my dad's and mother's mind that this was the real guy who took the time out at 6 o'clock Central Standard in the Midwest to make a personal appearance. You know, with all the houses he'd have to visit that night, he came to ours. And I have a photograph of the three of us at the Christmas tree, and I'll post it when this goes up. And my little brother has got this joyful look on his face, like, you know, to me, and the horse I rode in on, or the reindeer I rode in on. Anyway, he's about to leave, and he looked at my dad like he was waiting for hot chocolate or cookies or whatever. My dad immediately knew what Santa needed. So he invited Santa into a room just off the kitchen and poured him what gentlemen in those days used to call a bump. So you got 3 fingers on one side of the glass and a thumb on the other, and you pour a libation. And Dad and Santa had a couple libations, and then the old guy said it was time to leave. And he was so convincing that to this day I believe that was really him. And he closed his sack and threw it over his back.
Wow.
And waved his nose, and up the chimney he goed. And I heard him explain as he rode out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all, good night."
Hey, Tom.
That was
How
so
old,
good.
how old are you in that story? How old are you?
I was 8, my brother was 4.
Well, I hope nobody tries to tell me that Santa doesn't exist, because I know he does.
Well, the most famous editorial of all time is, "Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus."
Yep.
I can't compete with that.
What? You can or cannot?
No, I'm not trying to compete with that. In fact, no, I would never compete with that.
That was a great story, Tom.
That
It
was a
brought
great
tears to my
story.
eyes. You
I
made me
have
laugh
to-
and cry. Thank you,
I
Tom.
have to
Good story,
pop
and I'll
out.
post a picture.
But have a wonderful holidays, everyone, and great to see you all. Bye.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Hi, Scott.
Stay safe. Happy
Bye.
Christmas.
That's why Miracle on 34th Street, the original Miracle on 34th Street about Kris Kringle and all that, is still a heartwarming, charming, funny, wonderful movie that people should see. I know that the one with Jimmy Stewart is the one that's the bigger one, but the original
Certainly, It's a Wonderful Life is my favorite, but Miracle on 34th Street is a close second.
yeah.
With that little Natalie Wood, who's just so cute, you want to pinch your cheeks.
Who's the little girl in that again?
Natalie Wood.
Oh,
And-
that's Natalie Wood in the.
I didn't know it was her either.
No, are you talking about the one in the 1940s?
Yeah, the one.
The Miracle on 34th Street.
The Miracle.
Yeah, the one with
The one with Natalie Wood. That one is
Yeah.
classic.
I didn't know it was Natalie Wood. So
Well, she's a kid.
I know
Anyway,
she-
it's great. You should see it. Well, anyway, thanks, Tom, and it's great to have you back with
Yeah,
us.
it was wonderful to have you, Tom. You're the best
you.
story.
I don't know what-
I just love you as a storyteller.
Thank you. I don't know what I've got that just knocks me out, that I can only be awake about 6 hours a day. So that's my problem. But maybe I'll go look for that Jesus deity and wrap it over.
There
my
you
head.
go, and wave it over your head there. Yeah.
The blessed diaper. Yeah.
Excellent. Good idea. Thanks, Tom.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Tom.
Christmas. Arlene, do you want to go next?
Sure, I will. So I'm gonna play something or sing something, I should say, that I haven't ever sung for you before, and I hope that you all will enjoy it. It is something I love. I hope you can hear the music. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close, don't patronize, don't patronize me, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel
if you don't. I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. And I will give up this fight. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. In the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power that you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. Trying. And that is it. How was it?
Great. Yay, Arlene.
I've never sang that publicly, but that's like always my story because that's the truth. But it's a song that I love, and I had the pleasure of actually hearing her sing it on the Jay Leno show one day.
Who did it originally, or who made it famous?
I think it's her.
No, I didn't. So who's her? So.
Oh, Bonnie Raitt. I'm sorry.
It is a Bonnie Raitt. That's
yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool. She sang with Toots and the Maytals at one time, and I met her and Toots, more so Toots. So anyway, that is
awesome.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Arlene. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Joseph, you want to go next?
All right. For those of you just joining who don't know, I'm just a poet, passing everything I write along for other musicians to run with. It's all public domain. I'm too busy writing new stuff. I just got a couple from way back in 2005, and this one's called Good Times, Bad Times. Good times and bad times, moonlight and sunshine, trying not to drown beneath the tide. Good times and bad times, feeling down then feeling fine. Circumstances start wearing on my mind. Looking up and upside down, level head starts spinning round. Happy heart begins to pound, cannot pick my spirit off the ground. Next wave just might wash me out, heavy-hearted, stuck to doubt. Hard to float when sinking in despair. And suddenly I'm up again, soaring higher than a wren. Even homeless, broke and hungry, I don't care. Up and down and round, 3 strikes out on the pitcher's mound. Then I go and slide out at home plate. Trying hard to stay on top when challenges don't seem to stop. revolving heat and cold both form the grape. Juicy poems, soft and sweet, bitter road beneath my feet. Everything is needed in the end. Misery and ecstasy, churning like the surf in me. Bad times like the good times are my friend. Now I'm going to ask all of you, what Fleetwood Mac song does that reminisce? Every time I sing it, I'm like, there's Fleetwood Mac echoing in here, but I just can't picture what it is. Tell me, can anyone read that? There's something in that reminds me.
I don't have anything for you, Joseph, because I was never much of a Fleetwood Mac listener. So I'm sorry.
Circumstances wearing on my mind. That line right there is the one that gets me. It's like, it sounds like it's almost something that they do, but I just can't remember it. Can't picture it.
Fleetwood Mac's one of those new groups, right?
It wasn't intentional. Yeah.
I kind of switched out after Buddy Holly. But
Okay, well,
I'm not familiar with
newer than Buddy Holly, yeah.
But I heard of them.
See, they had their heyday in the late 70s and 80s.
And I had kids then.
Oh yeah, I got one more. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, one more. All right. So this was just Rolling Code 3, a PTSD song. Rolling Code 3. Siren still goes echoing in me. Code 3, responding to the worst of tragedy. Chin up, level-headed, can't make a mistake. Think fast, act last, don't pass memories we make. Rolling Code 3. Sometimes slamming hard against the dash. Stopping in my tracks while looking back. While attention to the present world I lack. Hidden trauma don't pop up until the years unwind. When the heart can feel what time seeps from the mind. Halted mid-step, standing in a line or a red light, remembering those bullets in the night, or the weeping when things didn't turn out right. Rolling Code 3. Siren still goes echoing in me. Code 3. Responding to the worst of tragedy. That's it. That's it for me tonight.
Thank you. Thanks, Joseph.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Joseph.
I'll have to think of the Fleetwood Mac thing. I saw them live in '75. I really liked them a lot. Jeremy, you guys are next. You guys are on mute, but you're next. And you guys are our closers for the evening. And you did bring 3 musicians with you, so you could do 2 more songs if you want.
I think we're. Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna reintroduce my my bandmates here. That's Barry Edelberg on drums and Mike Holmes on bass. And I think we're gonna do a song that was made famous by Lucinda Williams and has now been made famous again by Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, right? Yeah. It's called "Can't Let Go." It was written by Randy Weeks. 2, 3, 4. Told you, baby, one more time, me sit all alone and cry. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. I got a water cat in the tree. You don't even want to talk to me. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. You won't take me back when I come around. She says she's sorry, then she puts me down. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. I got a candle that burns so bright in my window every night. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Well, you'd like to see me hanging around. I feel like I've been shot and I didn't fall down. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. She won't take me back when I come around. Says she's sorry, then she puts me down. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Well, you turn off your trouble like you turn off a light. You went off and left me, and it just ain't right. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Around every corner, something I see brings me right back to where it used to be. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. She won't take me back when I come around. Says she's sorry, then she puts me down. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. She won't take me back when I come around. Says she's sorry, then she puts me down. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. It's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Yes, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go.
I really like the close harmony.
And you told me something I didn't know, which I thought she wrote it. She's a phenomenal songwriter.
Yeah.
But she's a great cover artist.
Yep, Randy Weeks, written by a guy actually. Yeah. So yeah. Who knew? Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine Robert Plant doing that.
Oh, check it out. It's great.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
I'm gonna post my article on Lucinda that originally appeared in the Music News, and it gets into her blues orientation and how much she's inspired by the blues. So you might enjoy it.
Cool. Thanks, Art.
By the way, one other Lucinda story. I got to see her. If anyone was lucky, remember the old 930 Club, the small one, kind of on F Street or whatever it was, a small one. She played there in 1988 for her debut self-titled album on Rough Trade, which is a punk label,
Mm-hmm.
a little pack cult group, and we were all going out of our minds watching her because she's blending all these genres in one thing. So I'm so glad you covered her. And
I think I remember that place.
My article on her.
Yeah, I don't think I went to the 930 Club until they were like in Chinatown or something.
Yeah, that's where they are now. But the old club was kind of amazing.
I went to the old club. You're right.
My favorite story about the old club is that my wife and I went there, and after the concert, it was after midnight, and this was the time the metro ended at midnight. And of course, we drove down because we knew that. But we're coming out of the club, and these kids come up to us and say, "Where's the nearest metro station?" We had to tell them metro had shut down.
Yeah, I remember.
And there wasn't any Uber.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't until like in the 2000s that they extended it to 1 a.m., right?
Yep.
It's really slow changing to acknowledge the reality of the nightlife in Washington. But
I'm sure the kids that asked that question probably have a better story than I do.
I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think I was at the 930 Club once and I saw Big Joe and the Dynaflows there.
you mean the old 930 or the new 930?
The old 930, because it was in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. Well, there's these photographers and chroniclers of the punk scene the DC punk scene was a very influential scene. A lot of it's set in the 930 Club. So anyway, thanks for great taste in all these wonderful artists.
Well, thanks, Jeremy and Barry and Mike. Thank you so much for coming. And if you guys come back, since there are 3 of you, you could play 6 songs if you want.
Yeah.
Wow.
We only know 2 songs, so we do playing 3 was a stretch.
All right. Well, you work your way up to 6. So anyway, thank you all so much for coming, and that's our show. Thanks for another great open
Merry
mic.
Christmas, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Happy
Merry
Hanukkah.
Christmas.
Merry
Happy holidays.
Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa.
Festivus, yeah, you know.
See you Saturday night.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, I
Saturday,
can't wait for the
what's-
big guy to come.
See you,
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
What Saturday night? Or you don't want to say it publicly. But
It's Christmas Eve.
It's
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
Eve, but maybe you're not aware of that.
Okay.
It's the
Yeah, no, the big guy's gonna come. I'm
Christmas.
gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him some leftover beef Wellington.
Well,
He'll like that.
That sounds
Well,
amazing.
I think the Jewish version of Santa is Elijah. This mysterious figure is supposed to show up and leave gifts or
Yeah, but that doesn't happen until springtime.
right. It's not the same. I did a humor piece about Hanukkah versus Christmas, which is better. And
Oh, Christmas.
I was clearly
hands
but I was
down.
trying to rig it on behalf of Hanukkah.
No, clearly Christmas. You know.
The best was when they overlapped.
Lewis Black is hilarious on. He talks about how horrible the dreidel is. What a ridiculous little item for Jews to play this little wooden thing that falls over. And that's it.
Lewis Black kills me. He went. My nephew went to the same high school as Lewis Black.
He was friends with a good friend of mine's brother named Ed Wasserman. Yeah, he came up in Silver Spring, and I met him backstage a few times because he was friends with a friend of mine. And what a great guy.
I mean, how can you say?
That's the point. Is off stage, he's really nice.
How can you play that role and not blow up? I mean, he can't be like that all the time.
No.
No. That's the whole point. Is he plays a role, but he got into stand-up because he wasn't making it as a playwright after going to Yale Drama School. That's his background.
Really? Well, I just found out Dean Martin didn't drink. So.
Oh, you just found that out?
Yeah, still trying
I
to get
think he
over
drank somewhat. I have the best book.
Well, he wasn't the lush that he was portrayed to be.
Anybody likes Dean Martin, the book to read is Nick Toshi's Dino. It's the definitive, wonderfully written book. And he's one of the great music writers who ever lived. Nick Toshi.
You're a wealth of,
I think I
and
have
I'm
that.
serious. You're a wealth of information, Art, and I always enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm a music fan. I have so little talent in music playing, but damn it, I love music and I love to learn about how it came about and who the great players are. And the taste that all our artists tonight showed was fantastic. Really appreciate it.
I
Thanks,
envy
Art.
that knowledge. I know nothing about music. I just found out there was a guy named Townes Van Zandt. Somehow I missed modern
Oh, it's
music.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, gang, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See you on the other side of it.
See you. Take
God
care.
bless.
Love you all.
Stay
Bye.
safe
Good
and
night.
well.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Good night.